Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Asatoma Satgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma Mritangamaya. Asatoma Satgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma Mritangamaya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. It looks like I have a lot of hair, but it's just air. It looks like Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. If I'm happy, I don't care. If I'm happy, I'm caring. If I'm happy, I am happily caring. Happily caring, happily sharing. I want to read. I want to read what Krishna brings me. I want to read what the Supreme Facilitator brings me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. It's not nice to. I'm just laughing because I receive a compliment. Oh my God. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When I'm spontaneous. Sometimes I come out of my bed and I'm very spontaneous. It goes like nothing. It goes easy. Take it easy. So I don't want to get into that. I wanted to read Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. There are so many wonderful moments. I just pick one verse, or I let Krishna pick one verse, and it's so amazing. It's exactly the highest mercy I can, more than I wish. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. More than I could ever dream of, wish for. Hare Krishna. The opulence and sweetness of Lord Shri Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Shri Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Shri Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Offering my obeisances unto Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Let me describe a particle of his opulence and sweetness. He is most valuable for a fallen, conditioned soul bereft of spiritual knowledge. And he is the only shelter for those who do not know the real goal of life. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jai, 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 all the devotees, all the assembled devotees. Jai, Jai, Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Shri Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, all the transcendental forms of the Lord are situated in the spiritual sky. all the transcendental forms of the Lord are situated in the spiritual sky. They preside over spiritual planets in that abode. But there is no counting those Vaikuntha planets. The breadth of each Vaikuntha planet is described as 8 miles multiplied by 100, by 1,000, by 10,000, by 100,000, and by 10 million. In other words, each Vaikuntha planet is expanded beyond our ability to measure. Each Vaikuntha planet is very large, and each is made of spiritual bliss. Wow! Each Vaikuntha planet is very large, and each is made of spiritual bliss. The inhabitants are all associates of the Supreme Lord, and they have full opulence like the Lord himself. This is how the Vaikuntha planets are all situated. Since all the Vaikuntha planets are located in a certain corner of the spiritual sky, who can measure the spiritual sky? The shape of the spiritual sky is compared to a lotus flower. The topmost region of that flower is called the whole whirl, and within that whirl is Krishna's abode. The petals of the spiritual lotus flower consist of many Vaikuntha planets. Each Vaikuntha planet is full of spiritual bliss, complete opulence and space, and each is inhabited by incarnations. If Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva cannot estimate the length and the breadth of the spiritual sky and the Vaikuntha planets, how can ordinary living entities begin to imagine them? O Supreme Great One, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Super Soul, Master of all mystic power, your pastimes are taking place continuously in these worlds. Your pastimes are taking place continuously in these worlds, but who can estimate where, how, and when you are employing your spiritual energy and performing your pastimes? No one can understand the mystery of these activities. I remember Johan de Monti, he taught me that Vrindavan, Krishna Loka, is where the pastimes emanate from. There, from Krishna, the pastimes emanate. Hare Krishna, and not from Vishnu. The spiritual qualities of Krishna are also unlimited. Great personalities like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the 4 Kumaras cannot estimate the spiritual qualities of the Lord. In time, great scientists may be able to count all the atoms of the universe, all the stars and planets in the sky, and all the particles of snow. But who among them can count the unlimited transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He descends on the surface of the globe for the benefit of all living entities. To say nothing of Lord Brahma, even Lord Ananta, who has thousands of heads, cannot reach the end of the Lord's transcendental qualities, even though he is continuously chanting their praises. If I, Lord Brahma, and your elder brothers, the great saints and sages, cannot understand the limits of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is full of various energies, who else can understand them? Although constantly chanting about his transcendental qualities, The thousand-hooded Lord Shesh has not yet reached the end of the Lord's activities. To say nothing of Anantadeva, even Lord Krishna himself cannot find an end to his own transcendental qualities. Indeed, he himself is always eager to know them. Talking about endless, cannot find an end. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Cannot find an end. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let him, Ananta, alone, the omniscient, the topmost, Lord Krishna, of his personal qualities, limit not. Antana, Pana, getting, hyena, becomes Sa Trishna, very inquisitive. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Limit not getting, Antana Pana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. To say nothing of Anantadeva, even Lord Krishna. Even Lord Krishna himself cannot find an end to his own transcendental qualities. Indeed, he himself is always eager to know them. My Lord, you are unlimited. Even the predominating deities of the higher planetary systems, including Lord Brahma, cannot find your limitations. Nor can you yourself ascertain the limits of your qualities. Like atoms in the sky, there are multi-universes with 7 coverings, and these are rotating in due course of time. All the experts in Vedic understanding are searching for you by eliminating the material elements. In this way, searching and searching, they come to the conclusion that everything is complete in you. Everything is complete in you. Thus you are the resort of everything. Thus you are the resort of everything. This is the conclusion of all Vedic experts. Apart from all argument, logic and negative or positive processes, when Lord Shri Krishna was present as the Supreme Personality of Godhead at Vrindavan, no one could find a limit to his potencies by studying his characteristics and activities. At Vrindavan, the Lord immediately created all material and spiritual planets in one moment. Indeed, all of them were created with their predominating deities. we do not hear of such wonderful things anywhere else, simply by one's hearing of those incidents, one's consciousness is agitated and cleansed. Agitated and cleansed. Agitated and cleansed. I feel surrendering. Agitated and cleansed. Purification and surrendering. According to Shukadeva Swami, Krishna had unlimited calves and coward boys with him. No one could count their actual number. I remember, I don't trust who counts. Here on earth there are people, there are machines who count. I don't trust them. I trust the source of all sources. Hare Krishna, the supreme facilitator of all processes. Hare Krishna, I surrender. It's like, I don't know my position, I don't know my time, I don't know my empowerments, I don't know my source, but it has a name. I give it a name, I give him a name. He's a personality, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the Bhagavan, he is the Lord, the Supreme Lord, he is the Krishna, the Sri Krishna, the Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And he's coming, he's expanding, he is playing, he is traveling, he's on the journey with his associates, his company. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, all his friends, all his children, all his offspring, all his emanations, all his, it's all his. We don't hear of such a wonderful thing anywhere else. We don't hear of such a wonderful thing anywhere else. Simply by one's hearing of those incidents, one's consciousness is agitated and cleansed. According to Shukadeva Goswami, Krishna has unlimited calves and coward boys with him. No one could count their actual number. Each of the coward boys was tending calves to the extent of a koti, arbuda, shankha, and padma. That is the way of counting. All the coward boys had unlimited calves. Similarly, their canes, flutes, lotus flowers, horns, garments, and ornaments were all unlimited. They cannot be limited by writing about them. The coward boys then became 400 Narayanas. The coward boys then became 400 Narayanas, predominating deities of Vaikuntha planets. All the separate Brahmas from different universes began to offer their their prayers unto the Lords. Yes, actually, it's right. They offered them being players. They offered themselves, "Oh Lord, I am your player. I'm in your team. I play for you." Hare Krishna, you are the goal of my play, my playing, my praying. Oh my God, thank you for slips of the tongue. Thank you for slips of the tongue. You are in every slip. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All these transcendental bodies emanated from the body of Krishna. And within a second, they all entered again into his body. When the Lord Brahma from this universe saw this pastime, he was astonished and struck with wonder. After offering up his prayers, he gave the following conclusion. Lord Brahma said, "If someone says that he knows everything about Krishna's opulence, let him think that way. But as far as I am concerned, with my body and mind, I consider it in this way. My Lord, your opulence is like an unlimited ocean of nectar, and it is verbally and mentally impossible for me to realize even a drop of that ocean." Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. There are people who say, "I know everything about Krishna." Let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. Oh my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulences are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body and words. Let the glories of Lord Krishna be. Wow. Let the glories of Lord Krishna be. 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 Who could be aware of them, of all of them? His abode, Vrindavan, has many wonderful opulences. Just try to see them all. Oh my. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Can you taste the exit in this? The ecstasy in this? This unlimited, there's no exit. Krishnera of Lord Krishna. Mahima, glories, Rahu, let be. Kiba, Hu, Tar, of those, Janata. A knower, Vrindavan, Stanir, of the abode of Krishna. Vrindavan. Deka, just see. Ascharya, wonderful. Vibhuta, opulences. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let the glories of Lord Krishna be. Who could be aware of them all? His abode, Vrindavan, has many wonderful opulences. Just try to see them all. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, it brings me in a particular state, in a particular ras, in a particular transcendental taste. Hare Krishna, to read this, to let this in. Krishna era of Lord Krishna, Mahima, glories, let it be. Rahu. Kiba, who, Tara, of those. Janata, a knower, Vrindavan, Stanera, of the abode of Krishna Vrindavan. Deka, just see. Ascharya, wonderful. Vibhuta, opulences. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. According to the revelations of revealed scriptures, Vrindavanam extends only 16 kroshas, 32 miles. Nonetheless, all the Vaikuntha planets and innumerable universes are located in one corner of this tract. No one can estimate the opulence of Krishna, that is unlimited. However, just as one sees the moon through the branches of a tree, I wish to give a little indication. While describing the transcendental opulences of Krishna, the ocean of opulence manifested in the mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his mind and senses were immersed in this ocean. Thus he was perplexed. While describing the transcendental opulences of Krishna, the ocean of opulence manifested in the mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his mind and senses were immersed in this ocean. Thus he was perplexed. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally recited the following verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, and to relish the meaning, he began to explain it himself. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is the master of the three worlds and the three principal demigods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. No one is equal to or greater than him. By his spiritual potency, known as Swaraja Lakshmi, all his desires are fulfilled, while offering their dues and presents in worship. The predominating deities of all the planets touch the lotus feet of the Lord with their helmets. Thus they offer prayer to the Lord. Wow. New memories. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Helmets. While offering their dues and presents In worship, the predominating deities of all the planets touch the lotus feet of the Lord with their helmets, just they offer prayers to the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. By millions of helmets, Kirita Koti. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, therefore he is the greatest of all. No one is equal to him, nor is anyone greater than him. Krishna, known as Govinda, is the Supreme Controller. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, for he is the prime cause of all causes. The primary predominating deities of this material creation are Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Lord Vishnu. Nonetheless, they simply carry out the orders of Lord Krishna, who is master of them all. Lord Brahma said, following the will of the Supreme Personality of God, that I create. Lord Shiva destroys, and he himself, in the form of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, maintains all the affairs of material nature. Thus, the supreme controller of the three modes of material nature is Lord Vishnu. This is only a general description. This is only a general description. This is only a general description. Please try to understand another meaning of Tyadisha. Tyadisha. The three Purusha incarnations of Vishnu are the original cause of the material creation. Vishnu, Padmanabha, and Kshirodakashayi Vishnu are the super souls of all subtle and gross existences. Although Mahavishnu, Padma, Nabha, and Kshirodakashayi Vishnu are all the shelters and controllers of the entire universe, they are nonetheless but plenary portions of the plenary portions of Krishna. Therefore, he is the original personality of Godhead. The Brahmas and other lords of the mundane worlds appear from the pores of Mahavishnu and remain alive for the duration of his one exhalation. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, of whom Mahavishnu is a portion of a plenary portion. This is the middle meaning. Now please hear the confidential meaning. Lord Krishna has three places of residence, which are well known from the revealed scriptures. The eternal abode is called Goloka Vrindavan. It is there that Lord Krishna's personal friends, associates, father and mother live. Vrindavan is the storehouse of Krishna's mercy and the sweet opulences of conjugal love. That is where the spiritual energy, working as a maidservant, exhibits the rasa dance, the quintessence of all pastimes. Vrindavan Dham is very soft due to the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Vrindavan Dham is very soft due to the mercy of the Supreme Lord, and it is especially opulent due to conjugal love. The transcendental glories of the son of Maharaj Nanda are exhibited here under the circumstances. Not the least anxiety is awakened within us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Below the Vrindavan planet is the spiritual sky, which is known as Vishnu Loka. In Vishnu Loka, there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets controlled by Narayan and innumerable other expansions of Krishna. The spiritual sky, which is full of all 6 opulences, is the intermediate residence of Lord Krishna. It is there that an unlimited number of forms of Krishna enjoy their pastimes. Innumerable Vaikuntha planets, which are just like different rooms of a treasure house, are all there, filled with all opulences those unlimited planets house. The Lord's eternal associates, those unlimited planets. House the Lord's eternal. Those unlimited planets house the Lord's eternal associates, who are also enriched with the 6 opulences. Below the planet named Goloka Vrindavan are the planets known as Devi Dham, Mahesha Dham, and Hari Dham. These are opulent in different ways. They are managed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Govinda, the original Lord. I offer my obeisances unto him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Between the spiritual and the material world, a body of water known as the river Viraja. This water is generated from the bodily perspiration of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as Vedanga. Thus the river flows. Beyond the river Viraja is the spiritual nature, which is indestructible, eternal, inexhaustible, and unlimited. It is the supreme abode consisting of 3/4 of the Lord's opulences. It is known as Paravyoma, the spiritual sky. On the other side of the river Viraja is the eternal abode, the external abode. On the other side of the river Viraja is the external abode, which is full of unlimited universes, each containing unlimited atmospheres. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Two more verses. The abode of the external energy is called Devi Dham. The abode of the external energy is called Devi Dham, and its inhabitants are the conditioned souls. It is there that the material energy Durga resides with many opulent maidservants. Krishna is the supreme proprietor of all the dhammas, including Goloka Dham, Vaikuntha Dham, and Devi Dham. The Paravyam and Goloka Dham are beyond Devi Dham, this material world. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's see, Srila Karavidas is in class. Started, yes. I think yes. Well, 16 minutes ago. Okay, take your parachute and jump. Hare Krishna. We continue